public school students experience the terrifying feeling of being homeless every single day. Academically, they lack the skills to complete schoolwork. Some may end up dropping out of school. These students face mental struggles and develop poor social skills as a result of the environment they're in. If you were to walk down the street in New York City or LA, I can guarantee that you would see a group of homeless people, or maybe even one. The American mind sees homelessness as adult drug addicts, but in reality, the population of homeless children is growing every single day. Homelessness brings instability and inconsistency, physical and mental health struggles, academic and social struggles, all of which alter the success of the student's education. The Washington State has an act called McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act of 1987. It is a federal law that helps ensure that students in homeless situations have full access to an education in the school that they have been attending. In a case that a student is homeless under the McKinney-Vento Act, the school can provide free or reduced meals, transportation to and from school, medical, dental, and vision assistance, and ensure the student has full access to school-related programs, such as clubs and/or sports. A student in a homeless situation generally has physical health issues that are not cared for. They experience illnesses and develop diseases from unsanitary and stressful environments. In one of Ellen Hart-Shago's articles, she writes about the health issues of homeless youth. She says, 16% of older homeless children versus 9% of housed children have one or more chronic health problems, such as cardiac disease, peripheral vascular disease, endocrine dysfunction, or neurological disorders. These students don't have access to consistent, unstable healthcare providers. They're not able to get to a doctor to prevent these diseases from occurring. Malnutrition is also a large problem in homeless students. It causes stunted growth and anemia. On average, a homeless child has visited the emergency room 2 or more times in the past year. In these cases, these students are not well enough to attend school and become delayed academically. Many times, students in homeless situations develop cognitive struggles and delayed learning. Speech delays and dyslexia are some of these examples. These diseases alter the ability to learn as well as the other kids in their classes. They fall behind in school and their test scores fall on the low end. These environments are not study friendly. They don't have places to keep their schoolwork. They don't have places to do their homework. They don't have places to keep all their tools to do their homework. Their parents are unable to support their academic needs to be successful. Homelessness and its effects on children writes, homeless children experience developmental delays that hamper the academic success of 4 times the rate of other children. It is found that the environment that homeless students are placed in causes them to struggle and perform poorly. Because they get moved around to other schools many times per year, their grades fall. The average amount of schools that a homeless child goes to is 3 different schools a year. High school students run into the problems of graduation requirements. It's common that they have to retake classes that would not transfer from other schools. Many times they don't graduate because of these struggles. Students in homeless situations also develop social skills. Behavioral issues fall under these social skill problems. Carrie Croft TED Talk speaks about one of her former students that was homeless and ended up in prison. She says, homelessness and foster youth need a little more support to be able to go to school, stay in school, and be in control of their own future, because they deserve a chance to flourish, as does every other kid in America. Continuing to be in these terrible conditions, school gets pushed further and further down the line, and eventually becomes forgotten. It's not a priority when they're hungry, or they're cold, or they're uncomfortable, or they're unsafe. Many times they're thinking about, where are my siblings? Are my parents safe? Am I going to get hurt tonight? The article, How Does Homelessness Affect Educational Outcomes of Children in Florida, states, homeless students who are more likely to be subject to disciplinary action, 16% were suspended at least once in 2015-2016. Oftentimes these students carry around a weight, grief, or trauma because of past or current difficult situations. Many times they've been abused, neglected, or emotionally unsupported. Behavioral issues can also come from things that a child has seen. They don't learn to cope with these strong emotions or stress. And because of these significant struggles, they see little future for themselves and make decisions that are not thought out or appropriate. Being suspended from school makes learning get pushed further and further behind. Now think about those people on the street. Maybe they were begging for some money, or some food, or a warm blanket. Now imagine that person being a child or having a child. How would you view them? Would you do something to change their life? Help them even just a little bit? Every child, whether homeless or not, deserves a chance to flourish and succeed, although they may face academic, mental, health, and social issues that pull them back. Thank you.